Now, this will be our review of Kyle Rayner. This was a Green Lantern that I was very thrilled with, and kind of my gateway into a more modern Green Lantern when he took over. I even had a graffiti T-shirt of this Green Lantern outfit, and it actually was him for Halloween one year. So I'm liking that we have the Lantern power battery, and we do have some Green Lantern flames here, which is nice. Now, Kyle does come with both of the legs, so we do have the boots that we're going to get here. And I really don't know how much of a Green Lantern he is anymore, if he's into the current continuity or not, but it is part of the series, and it's nice to get this character from the 90s into this line. And as I said, this is the end for Mattel. We won't be getting any more of these figures, so this is probably our last Mattel one of Kyle that we'll ever get. Will McFarlane do it? Probably eventually. I can't see McFarlane doing this more than maybe the next 10 years, as in it's going to be very popular and catch on, especially with his points of articulation. But as these figures go, I don't think we've had one figure where I did not care for the articulation. I think it's very good. So there we go. Again, going to complain that there is no logo in the back. And again, DC, just a DC logo for each one would be fine. It's all about branding, and it's all about reminding people, this is part of the DC universe. Marvel does it. It's Marvel Studios Hawkeye, Marvel Studios X-Men. It's just an important thing, and it helps people, be reminded of what this universe is. So let's do gotta like the blue in the hair here to give it some comic book definition. Looks awesome. Really, really cool. So let's turn them all the way around. Not much detail on the back, but it's just a black uniform. Let's do an instant pose here. So the feet, very much like Superman's. Rings on this hand, so we'll do this hand here. I'm reminded very much of the Justice figures from the late 90s. Kyle did have a figure in that line. Of course, I think every Green Lantern, including Parallax, had a figure in that line. So here he is, instant pose. Poses very well. Again, points of articulation are very similar. We do have some slight paint smudge here. Look at this. Here and there. His torso does, he does bend it to there, but no belt or anything. I don't think the character had a belt. It's been a while since I've read a Green Lantern comic, to tell you the truth. But I do like these gauntlets. We've got this extra bit that comes down here. Got the hands. And the face is very, very good. We have the white eyes. It's almost one that you wish that had a second head, so that he could have it without the mask on. Nice ring, but the ring it's sculpted into it, but I don't think it really pops, and that is a beige color instead of being painted white. So I think I want to say they chinsed out on it, but they really could have just added that little bit of white. And then we've got white here on the neck. I'm trying to zoom in right there, right on the neck, and then got a little bit of extra plastic on his chin just coming off. So, a black magic marker will take care of that. But again, we have paint smudges. It's just weird, and yeah, it's just a paint smudge. It won't come off, so it's paint smudge. So Kyle does not come with an extra set of hands, and you think that a Green Lantern would, so that he could do a little bit more and change it up a bit. So there we go. And then let's get out these power battery, which is very cool. And then we do have a bit of a burst of energy. So here's the power battery, which isn't really doing too much. I guess that's the backside. So, oh, wow. This is rubbery, but almost at the point where it could be fragile, that if I feel like if I push it too hard in one direction, it might tear. So that's the back of the power battery, so I'll hold it like this. Very cool. Cool design. Unique. And then let's like a Green Lantern fist punch. Like a flaming fist punch. Again, decent figure. This is like translucent, so you can really catches the light. The lantern is very cool. I think all Green Lanterns should have them. I'm guessing it goes like this, and he would plug it into the back. But again, this is a missed opportunity because this could be see-through. It could be clear, could catch the light, translucent, instead of being a solid piece of plastic. Would the price go up? Probably. But then this is where we get into dollars and cents of you're adding extra pieces for a Build-A-Figure that maybe no one's actually going to build. Should you add more details to the accessories, or should you just include the Build-A-Figure piece and cut those out? So that's entirely up to you based on your level of fandom and what you want. Do you really want a Lobo figure that you have to build, or do you want a Lobo figure that you just go and buy? So we'll move him on here, but let's do it. Well, finally, before we wrap it up on Kyle, let's do a quick comparison to Kid Flash. So kind of two generations of the Speedster and the Green Lantern together. There they are. You get an idea of the two figures next to each other. And there he is. All right, moving on.